Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
Very good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys. So to start, bringing comedy into any kind of historical story is always very fun because it makes people pay a little bit more attention because you're laughing along with these characters. What for both of you was the joy of, getting to bring your specific brand of comedy to something like the completely made up story? Long time.
It was quite appealing to me immediately because I thought it was going to be robbing stagecoaches. The main character they were gonna try and hang him. There were horses, guns. It was all quite the fancy costumes, the silk blousey shirts, the big thigh-length boots. I mean, it's the world that I would like to be involved in anyway. And also, it's a tech-free world. I'm not a big fan of tech, so there was no phones, no internet, none of that stuff. It felt like quite a fun backdrop to set a comedy, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And Hugh, famously convinced an entire generation of people that you could be like this very serious, like house owner of a whole, like, the Downton Abbey. And then you were Paddington's dad. And so everyone was like, hold on, what's going on with you? And now you're even funnier in this. And you just keep kind of showing everybody that like we can't put you in any kind of box. So what for you is the joy of getting to do things that are more lighter than, kind of things like Downton Abbey?
Well, I've been very, very fortunate to play a mixed range of characters over the years, and in the UK certainly playing some comedies on TV. But a role like Jonathan Wild is a laugh because you're playing a character of supposedly high status, or he certainly thinks he's high status, but his pomposity is being pricked at every turn, not only by playing opposite a nemesis who really isn't up to his own game. He's a rubbish highwayman and is not being as good a crook as he should be, and certainly not filling Jonathan Wild's coffers with as much cash as he was expecting, and is also being kind all the time. And Jonathan Wild can't cope with that. He wants his opposition to be a bad guy. He's not. He's just a nice guy, and he's bloody vegan and all this bollocks. So, and also added to that, he's got a 12-year-old kid who needs attention, and has he packed his fruit bag for his lunchbox or swimming gear or whatever it is. So he's a very frustrated Bond villain, basically.
I did love when he yelled at his kid.
Hugh plays a great villain, I think. And, rubbish is the new powerful. I think we're all quite rubbish, aren't we? And that's the truth of it. We're never as good at things as we think we are. So the idea that Dick is in charge of this ridiculously sort of this gang of criminals who are really good at fighting and shooting is sort of ludicrous, really. I don't know how he's managed it. It's an accident. He's quite charming and he's sort of delusional, but somehow his gang sort of get involved in his own delusion and sort of they go along with him for the ride, and then somehow he gets them out of it. I don't know. A bit of luck, and the universe is looking after Dick somehow. But once I feel like we had quite a good double act, the thief taker and Dick. It felt like once that cat and mouse game that they're playing and being manacled together, quite literally, it felt like good double act material for comedy,
Yeah, it definitely was. Thank you guys for talking with me. I can't wait for people to get to see the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.